All right, we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to start gallery and I'm going to start with JJ.
All righty. Well, first of all, I called and reserved my room for Level Up today. Once I stopped trying to use the website and actually found the number for the hotel, you push two to talk to the group reservations desk, and they know exactly what you're talking about. The number for the hotel in uh, there in
Johnson
Wisconsin
Rapids.
Rapids is 715 423 1500 and dial 2.
All right.
Okay.
Say that again.
Yeah, well, I was going to
That
ask
area
the same
code,
thing.
and I'll type it in the chat. Area code
Okay.
715
Uh-huh.
423 1500, and you want the group reservation desk. You dial 2.
Yeah, and that phone number is on the Level Up flyer that's on the website.
Okay, Joaquin, what's the name
Was
of
it?
this one?
I must have missed it. So I made the mistake of going to their website, which takes you to a travel web. I had fun. But I found it. So and they just want your credit card number to reserve the room. They don't charge you anything right now. The rate is still the same, 130 per night. And you can get a king bedroom or 2 queens. Hang on, let me type this in and I'll show you what I've been working on for 2-3.
Okay, and Joaquin, what's the name of this place?
Hotel Mead, MEAD.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
When I registered, they said you can only get 2 queen rooms.
Well, they gave me the option of 2 queen or a king. So
I'm going to call them back then.
Yeah, but I'm sharing a room with Joe. So
I hope you got 2 beds.
yeah, they got 2 beds, and we're gonna have a snoring competition. So the spalted elm that I've been working on that got me ant attacked is becoming a set of 10 shaving dishes. I'm only doing 2 covered. My preference, and most shavers I know that use soap cakes like the cake to be able to dry out. But look at that! Look at that elm.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Stunning. Just
I've never seen an elm like that.
This is black elm from a tree that came down in Greensboro. It was standing dead. It came down about 2 years ago, and I got a truckload of it. I should have gone back and got more.
That's beautiful. Yeah,
it is stunning. So that's cross grain. Here's end grain. It's
that's
beautiful.
cool too.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful just as well.
It is, but it just doesn't have the explosive boom that the side grain does. So I'm doing all of the rest of the dishes. That's the third. I'm doing the rest of the dishes side grain.
I like them both, JJ.
Yeah.
I do too, but it's also right on the verge of punky. This I can seal and make water resistant. And then there's the first shave brush.
Ooh.
So what I'm doing is I'm turning brush and dish sets. I've got a friend who's a veteran, who's an Army veteran, who's a blacksmith. He's making Japanese style kamasori razors, which is a straight razor without a handle. It's just the blade and the steel handle. And then another friend who's a Marine veteran owns K-Bar Soap Company, and he's making shaving soap cakes. And we're going to sell 10 to launch his shaving soap line, which I've been trying to get him to do for 10 years. So there will be 10 sets, complete sets, razor, cup and brush, and soap for Christmas time this fall. And then we're hoping to just keep a set or 2 available at all times after that.
Yeah.
Kind of a fun opportunity. And it's all veteran made, all handmade in America, all American steel, American wood. I don't know where the Badger brushes come from, but I bought it from a company in Arizona. So,
Wow.
Pretty, it's a good idea too.
Yeah, it is.
That's
It's a
what I got.
shame you now, I can see it's a real shame you didn't go back and get more of that wood. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful.
I should have, but I do
Yeah.
I've got a lot. You'll be seeing some vases and lidded boxes and other stuff
Yeah.
coming out of it. I just prepped a bunch of, I prepped 2 logs, put 2 logs on standby to do some more drying. And some of it's damp. It's not green, but it's damp because I've been storing it outside so it could continue to spalt. And I purposely picked crotch pieces and pieces with knots and stuff because we get that explosive figure out of it.
Wow.
So that's all I brought back I didn't bring straight wood. I brought all knots and crotches and things
Good job.
because I wanted the stuff that was going to be wild. And boy, did I that was a jackpot. I should have gone back and got more.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's okay. You got plenty.
I do have a lot. It's going to take me a year to get through it all. So
Oh my goodness. I think you had enough.
That's what I've got today.
Are you gonna demonstrate the razor?
No. They asked me at the Triad Woodturners Association. So are you going to be clean shaven next time we see you? And I said, hell no.
Okay. I just want to elaborate on the hotel just to let everybody know. If you need a handicap room, you have to tell them at the time you book your hotel room that you need a handicap room, and they won't offer it to you, but you have to ask for it. And they'll accommodate you if you need a handicap room.
Oh, okay. Are most people, can I ask a question here? Are most people going in the day before and staying till the day after, so I know, because if we know when we're coming and going, sometimes a few of us can get in an Uber or car or whatever.
I plan
If you're
on
talking about
coming in
SWAT, most people come up Thursday and then go back Sunday.
No, we're talking about level up.
Level
Talking
up.
about level up.
Level up. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. I like SWAT too.
Setup is going to be on Wednesday, so anybody that wants to come early, you're welcome to come. We're going to set up, so that we'll be around. There will be a bunch of us around doing setup on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I plan on coming in on Tuesday and leaving on Sunday. One of my favorite things about these sorts of gatherings is hanging out with other woodturners and maybe like experimenting on stuff. So I'm hoping to get some playtime in too after the setup.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the idea, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Sue and I are planning on coming up, I think, leaving my house on Monday, getting there Monday night or something like that.
And when will that put you into Wisconsin there, Brenda?
Monday night, I believe. I think it's an 8-hour drive.
Oh, you have 8 hours?
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yeah, I'm planning. It's going to take me 8 hours to make it to Joe's, pick Joe up. It's going to take us 8 hours. We'll get there Tuesday, and then we're leaving on Monday because I got to be there for setup. So we figured we might as well get there early.
Yeah.
Besides, there's plenty of cheese shopping to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna go in the hotel meet on Wednesday, is that right?
I think so, Sue, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sue and I are planning on staying at a different hotel Monday night and Tuesday night because my daughter's boyfriend can get us a room for free.
Oh, I'd stay there too.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday and Thursday, what is it? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, or something like that, whatever. During the show, we're going to stay at the Mead. And then I think we might go back to the other one for a day or two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. No, I would too. Definitely.
We're going to make a summer vacation of it.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Yeah.
As we're talking, Scott, are there others after this? Are there other things in the area that my wife and I could go and visit?
Absolutely. That'll be coming soon, Al. I'm working on it.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So then for the most part, most people are going to get there Tuesday. It sounds like Tuesday or Wednesday and then leave on Sunday. It's running what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or
Saturday. Yep. Sunday would be another cleanup day for us.
okay. So then leave on Monday. I'm flying out of Washington State.
Whatever you want to do, Sandy.
I know. Well, I was just most people would be going back to the airport. a lot of us will be staying for cleanup and putting things away. You know, you
Yeah.
can't do that
Yep.
for a handful of people. And I'm willing to do that. I'm just trying to figure out when the bulk of people are gonna be going back and forth to the airport. I can't be the only one. I wouldn't think. I don't know.
Right. Yep.
So that's why I was asking.
Right.
I
You
don't
want
want
to
to leave
find
you
out
alone to
who's.
clean.
All right, we got Dale Slaughter up next for gallery. If I can spotlight him.
Okay, I got, this is another Fox Elder little candy dish bowl item.
Nice.
I think I finished that with multiple coats of tung oil. That's
Very
one.
nice.
Another box elder dish,
Nice. Nice shape.
same finish.
Very nice.
And here's a maple dish
Oh, nice.
I
that
like the shape.
I tried to do an OG shape on that one, and I dyed it with rich cherry dye, and also put a few coats of tung oil on it.
Let's see the inside.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, it doesn't have a. Part of the reason I dyed it is it was kind of boring, other than the cracks in it. And then I'm not going to say what live, but there was a live one day a couple weeks ago that I watch every week, and they have giveaways, and I won the pen kit and the blank.
Sweet.
So I turned the pen.
Nice pen.
Yeah, you've been
Beautiful.
busy.
Yeah.
What's the blank?
It's a burl that he stabilized and dyed.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Beautiful, Dale.
Is
And
it red?
Yeah, it's a red of some sort.
Okay.
And I did video my turning it.
You did. Cool.
So you have to look for you can go to our website and find where my channel is to, in a day or so, be able to watch my video.
Sounds good.
Oh, nice.
I'm not done editing the video yet, so it'll be a day or two.
Nice pieces, Dale.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, nice work.
Yeah. Great work.
All right. Are you done, Dale?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Dave Kinger is next. As soon as I find him. There we go.
I was hiding. Well, first of all, this is my usual little
Opening act.
surprise, another cherry bowl.
Nice, sir. It's pretty, actually.
And then I have a disaster that I want to talk to you guys about. What did I do wrong? I did a little oak box, and I thought I would try to ebonize it. And it looks like somebody threw up soot on it. And I don't know what I did wrong.
What did you use for ebonizing?
I used vinegar with iron filings in it.
All right. And is that cherry?
Yes. No, this is oak.
Yeah, you
Probably
shouldn't have
put a little bit too much on, Dave.
Too much on?
or maybe you need more tannins. And normally you don't need that in oak. But I would stand it back a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and try it again. But you might want to add some tannins to it. There's an ebonizing solution on our website that I did several years ago. And it'll give you the recipe to do the tannins and stuff.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Okay.
Also, oak is really porous and drinks up fluids,
Right.
especially if it hasn't been sealed. So consider the grain and where it's drinking up. I mean, from here it looks pretty decent. I mean, I don't know what you don't like about it, but
Well,
yeah, I would
it's
just
very black down here.
yeah. So that might be
I was
the
hoping
grain.
for a
Looks like
little
you just need
more.
to buff it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can just give it a light sanding and then buff it out.
Yep.
See,
Try that.
Yeah.
if
Because the inside came out all right. I mean,
yeah, I mean it
Yeah.
does. The end grain you normally like on a piece of furniture for end grain, if the rest of your furniture is sanded at 320, you're gonna sand the end grain at 400 or higher, so it doesn't soak up so much of the juice to make it
Right.
black.
Put a
Okay.
coarse or put a gray Scotch-Brite pad on a buffing wheel and buff it. That way it'll take some of the darker stuff off the high points, but should give you a nice sheen and finish on it.
okay, beautiful. Thank you. Because you guys talk a lot about coloring, and I'm partially colorblind. So for me to try coloring something would be round and brown like I end up with anyhow. So
Well, I like how you popped that lid.
yeah, it's got a nice tight
Yeah,
fit.
there you go.
Nice.
Nice job.
That I
Okay.
liked, but before I ebonized it, it was very plain looking. So I thought I'd try something new.
And this is your first one. It looks great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, just
Live and
back it
learn.
up.
That's
Yep.
right.
Live
Hey,
and
you
learn.
got the lid to fit, which I can never do. So good
Oh,
job.
that's something I've never had too much difficulty with, is getting the lids all right.
By the time I get the lid on, it's too loose. I can never
Yeah,
get the lid tight enough.
Well, this one was pretty tight, and it's loosening up over time. But
If I
I
can get the lid, if I get the lid so I can get it on, it's always too
Yeah.
loose.
no, but you can hear it when I put it on.
That's a nice sound, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it certainly is.
but that's all I had time for this week. It's been fun.
Ruby's got a suggestion in chat for you too.
Sure.
Yeah,
All right.
you might want to look into the special glasses they make for people with color blindness. I'm not colorblind, but even putting them on, I was blown away with the difference that they make.
Well, my optometrist told me that the ones I bought to try that were the wrong ones, and I just haven't got around to doing it. Plus, one thing I found out about when I was wearing those things while I was driving, I couldn't see the stoplights anymore,
Oh dear.
Oh, wow.
which
That's not good.
meant I only wore them for about a mile and a half, and I said, "That's it."
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I've got a couple friends that are colorblind and they wear them and they work really well for them.
Yeah, well, for the most part, I can I can see most brighter colors well enough. It's just that for me to try to color, no. That's like I would love to be able to paint, but to paint, I'd have to guess at some of the nuances.
Well, you could always, if for coloring your wood turnings, you could always just use one color, whatever color you can see, and then maybe put black over it or black on first, and then
Yeah.
color it with a single color and sand it back and stuff. There's a lot of options if you can, with just what you can see. So,
But on the other hand, if I can get decent wood, I don't worry too much about coloring.
I don't blame you.
There
The
you
only
go.
time I color is when the grain is super boring. If it's got a nice grain, why ruin it with color?
Right.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
Right.
And then I've got stuff that I have absolutely no control over the color. So but
Thanks.
that's it for me. Have a great evening,
Hey.
everybody.
We got Jeff Walters up next.
Good night, Dave. Good night, Dave.
Buddy, I have a piece this week that I call my favorite failure, and this is it. I just finished this up. This was inspired by the Papa 1947 on YouTube, Gary. It's supposed to be much higher, and he was kind enough to send me the Wood Turning Pro file so I could print it all out and get to working on it. And what happened is I had 2 more of the cherry and maple rings on top, and his plans call for starting out with the board width at 1/4 of an inch, which that's where I normally like to have the width for my final walls. So this ended up being like a 1/16 of an inch thick, which
Oh
is
my
just
goodness.
terrifying for me. These top 2 rows here, I went right through. So what I ended up doing was I turned them off, sanded it down, and I took the top walnut ring, and it fit perfectly right on top, and I finished it this way. So,
Oh,
and,
That's a
job.
great recovery.
Nice
Great
recovery.
recovery,
I was
Jeff.
gonna say,
recovery.
Yes.
thank you. This
Yeah,
this
I'd be
right
very
around
happy to
100.
fail like that.
Yeah, that's
Design
my favorite
change.
failure. I learned so much about it. It isn't funny. The screw, because of the thinness of the walls, the screaming when I got up into this area of the gouge and the
Oh, yeah.
scrapers on it was just incredible. I'm glad I didn't have my hearing aid on. So, but it's approximately 132 segments and spacer combinations. So,
Beautiful.
Are those
Very
are those
nice.
spacers
so
are those spacers wood or are they
yes, they're hard maple and they're 1/8 of an inch
Okay.
thick. Gary
Wow.
did his
because
30 seconds. I don't know why he went with that, but
because it
So-
it almost looks like light is shining through them, and I'm just like,
They are.
wow.
yeah. So you can actually
That's
see
crazy.
the shadow. Yeah. It was a great learning experience. I had a lot of fun making it, and I told Gary that when I get done with my art fair that I'm in August, I was going to get back to the project and do the thing completely. I've redesigned it where the board width is 3/8 of an inch to start with. So here, look at it.
yeah,
There you go.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
Isn't that
Cool.
cool?
Sweet.
that is cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Have a heart
Nice.
it
attack
wasn't
by the time
intentional,
got
but
to
I
that.
finally turned a thin wall piece. I have a couple friends that ask me why I don't do. Yeah, I have a couple friends that ask me why I don't do thin walls, and it's because most of the stuff I make, whether it's artistic or not, I make it utilitarian, so it can be
Yeah.
used. And that's the reason why. And then the second reason is just terrifies me. So,
Yeah.
You're not the
So,
only
You
one,
got one.
Dave.
Who needs
You
a
got
heart
one under your
attack?
belt now. You got one under your belt
I
now,
did.
Jeff.
I did,
Yeah.
and I may do it again someday, just not on this next version of this. So, if you put me on the list for gallery after the demo, I have another piece I'll show later on. I just have to go down and get it.
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
Thank you, everybody.
Next up,
Thank
we
That was
have,
you.
very nice, Jeff. Thank you.
next up, we have
Thank you.
Jason Coate. Hi, Jason.
Howdy. So I got my little mini hollow for the David Ellsworth Hollow Challenge. So it's a 1.5 inch diameter and about 2 5/8 tall. Cut the walls down to about 3/16 through the length of it, and about 1/4 of an inch around the bends at the top.
Cool.
The little bead at the top is a little heavier than I was planning, but I actually thought about taking the top one off. And by the time I parted the vessel off the chuck, I remembered that I was going to do that. So I didn't.
I remember
Good
seeing
as
that
it
on
is.
Facebook. I think that thing is so
Yes.
cute.
Yeah.
That's
It
very
is.
nice.
Got
I
some
like
pretty,
it.
pretty nice looking grain in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Very nice, Jason.
Came out all right, I think.
Yes, it did.
Not
Good
good.
job. Good job.
Great
There you go.
job.
Thank you.
Next up is Al. Where'd you go,
Good
Al?
evening, everyone. How's everybody? Hello.
There you go,
How's
Al.
everybody?
Hi, Al.
Good.
Hope everybody's good. A little. Jim has got me in the spheres again. I made a sphere. I figured I left the tenant on because I wanted to, I guess, and I said, for the heck of it, I'll make a lid with it.
Cool.
So
Very
that's all hollowed out.
Oh,
Nice job. That's pretty.
Very
Well done.
nice, Al.
Yeah.
I like it. That's cool.
Cool.
Good
All it
job.
needs is a face.
Next week's
What was I
challenge.
thinking?
It's cute. I like that.
Yeah, me
Good,
too.
Al.
There we go.
Very nice,
Everybody have
Al.
a good night. Everybody have a good night.
You too. Thanks, Al. I like that.
Very nice, Al.
Charlie
Thank you,
Bundy's
guys.
next after Al. There
Yeah,
you go,
well,
Charlie.
Oh boy.
I had a piece of wood rolling around on the floor, so I figured I'd better do it. I don't know for sure. It's either red oak or mountain ash.
That's quite a difference.
Yeah,
I'm betting on ash.
that's what I'm thinking.
Very
Well,
nice.
I set it up right next to a piece of red oak, and it looks a lot. It was a young red oak, and it had some cracks in it, and they lined up when I was done.
Nice.
It's
Very nice.
covered. It's not done with finished yet. It's only got one coating of tung oil, and then flower vase. This
Very
is
pretty.
birch.
That's perfect.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty green.
Yeah.
Yep. Very
And
nice.
it's finished on the outside with tung oil, and on the inside with Lumelite, so it's waterproof.
Okay.
Cool.
Very nice.
Very nice.
That's all I had.
You have access to some pretty nice wood too, Charlie. You know that.
Well, I live in northern Minnesota. All I gotta do is walk out in my backyard. There's trees.
I'll tell you,
There you go.
the wood that you show is like, wow.
A lot of the wood I showed comes from storm falls, and some of it comes when I first started wood turning 8 years ago. I pulled wood out of a beaver pond, and I've still got some of it left, and that is really nice, vaulted.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah. I'm sure that I would love to see that area sometime. I swear.
Well, you will. You'll be up here for level
Yeah,
up.
you're
Yeah,
only
I'll-
be
I'll-
about 300 miles from me.
Yeah, it's in my
Same
backyard.
same woods,
The
right,
county
Charlie?
that I
Well,
live in,
I'm sure.
the county I live in, 2/3 of it is owned by a paper mill. So,
Bring a trailer, take wood home.
so if it's down wood or dead standing, they don't care if you take it. Don't get caught cutting the good one down, though. Don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, I ask you how you know that.
You see, it was dangerous for me. I worked for that paper mill. So for me to go out there and cut something that was live down, I could have lost my job.
Oops.
But the paper mill forester was nice to me.
All right,
That's
Matt.
all I have.
All right, Matt. We're over to
Thanks,
your list
Charlie.
now.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Scott. Nice stuff, Charlie. Next up is Dave Edwards. What you got, Dave? Yep, it's you, David. We're waiting for you.
Hi, how are you? You're always talking about making pins. I mean, not everybody, but I mean, there's a thing that you can do is to help not throw away a lot of scrap. I made a pin like this here.
Oh, segmented. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, nice.
USA.
That's
USA.
what you call a big pen, big
Yeah.
bend pin,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it's a blank. And you take all the scraps and just make them smaller pieces that you can slide on there, and then you don't have to throw all that stuff away.
Mhm.
So you can use any kind of wood. I used all all plastic. But you can use wood, or you can use whatever you have handy, you know. So that's another thought of not throwing things away.
Hey, Dave,
Yes,
are all those pieces glued to the tube?
yes.
Okay. I got a
They're
pin.
they're all cut at a certain size, so that each one of them will represent themselves. That I made some that had on angles, but I didn't have it handy here. But I made these a couple years ago. But I just thought I'd show you because everybody talks about pins, and you know when you're cutting you off the blank, you got that what was left over.
Yeah.
Right.
So whatever you got left over, you can always cut them down to make smaller parts.
Right. I've got a click pin that I keep in my dining room, and it has come unglued. The wood has come unglued from the tube, so the wood spins. So I was thinking something like that, you know, doing like yours, if it wasn't glued, you know, then it'd be more like a fiddle pin, you know.
Well, you just take the tube and drill a hole, and then you take and size your pieces, and then just glue them as you go until you get to the right size, and then
Brenda.
You can make all kinds of pins.
Right.
You could leave one of them. You could leave one of the segments unglued, Brenda. You're right.
Right. Yeah, and then it'd be like a fidget pin.
Yeah, fidget pin. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that, Dave. Pretty cool.
That's all I got.
All right, thanks, Dave. Next up is we're going to jump to Paul because it's the middle of the night, and I wouldn't want him going to sleep on us or failing. So, what do you got, Paul?
Good evening or morning, whichever.
Good morning.
A couple of things actually. First one is this one. I went to do a demo at a club tonight, which was just down the road from me, and I did a thread chasing demo. So it's a boxwood box with
boxwood, yeah,
thread cut into
Nice.
Pretty, yeah.
unchased thread. So
That's-
see the thread there.
lovely.
Nice.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's such a talent.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So, that's the sort of.
Look at that.
Great.
Oh, now he's just showing off.
No, yeah, now
Very
he's showing off.
So that was that was tonight's demo at the club I went to, which was actually not
Hey,
too
Paul?
far, so that was good. Yes,
Hey, Paul, do you use thread chasing tools or do you have a jig?
that was done with thread chasing tool, hand thread chasers. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
16
Very
TPI
nicely done.
on that one.
Very nice.
Okay.
I have got a jig. I did buy a jig a few years ago now, but I've only used it once or twice. I set it up and played around with it, but yeah, ordinarily I just use the hand thread chaser. I've got a few different pitches, but yeah, most of the boxes I do 16, 18 teaspoons, that sort of size.
Okay.
But yes, a bit of a hand chasing there. The other one I've got to show you, I'll do a screen share here. I'll just show you this one. That one. Hopefully, so what you see there is it's a finial for a roof on an old mill. Dates back to the 16th century. The one that was on there had been replaced 30, 40 years ago and had since then decayed to the point where they had to remove it. So it's made in three parts. The left-hand part is a square base that goes into a socket on the top of this roof section. Then you've got the circular finial, and on the right the tip. And when that lot is all stuck together, wrong way, go the other way. Looks like that.
Well, here you go.
Nice.
So that's the three pieces joined. That will all be bossed in lead when it goes before it goes up on the roof. Another company's doing with that. Made out of red cedar, so it should be pretty durable. So that's the first part. What I'll also And this one here, this is a few sketches and pictures. Where that fin is going is the bit right on the top of the roof. You can see it up sort of at the top section of the pictures there. Top right is what they call a cupola. It's beneath that bit of roof that's on the little columns. There's a bell, so it's a roof over the bell, and then on top of that is the finial that I've made. And on top of that is the weather vane. So that will end up on top of this sort of 16th century building, and hopefully we'll be up there for a few years to come.
Nice.
An interesting project to get involved with. Something a bit
For the
different.
newsletter, that's a fun aspect of wood turning that a lot of us don't see here in America is historical reproductions. That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't usually do things like this, but apparently the chap that asked me to do it, this mill is now run by a trust, and it's run as a training centre and as a college. They've got all sorts of craft courses going on there and things like that. And he contacted a couple of other professional turners in the UK, and both of them had said no. So I thought, oh, what am I letting myself in for here? A couple of others have said no. Am I missing something here? But I mean, I said I'll go for it and see what I can do. But yeah, I mean, that finial, it's about 10 inches diameter at the sort of the thickest point of that, the sort of the spherical part of that.
Very cool.
Finial. So yeah, the middle of that sphere is about 10 inches. So it's a fair old chunk of wood there.
Fantastic.
Took a bit of turning, but yeah, and it's drilled all the way
And
through.
that's something we could make over here for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
That's something that go great in the newsletter. I'd love to put that in there.
Right. Now, Paul, is that something that you had dimensions and this is what they want? And
yeah, I mean, I've got my sort of rough sketch with some numbers on it. Plus, I've got another sketch I haven't showed you here, but I've got another sketch that they sent me, which gives it a little bit of a breakdown of it. But yeah, I can email you all of those if you like, and yeah, put it on the newsletter if you like.
Oh yeah, wow. Well
Yeah,
done.
I've got a-
Other turners, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've got a village nearby that has some older homes and some people with money who live there, and a lot of them are doing restoration work. So I've done some similar stuff myself. So
Yeah.
it's interesting, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, jobs like that, you never quite know how it's going to turn out and what the sort of the end result might be. I mean, I got a rough idea, but they just evolve, don't they? And you just go with the flow and see what comes out of the other end. But that's something a bit different.
Yeah, very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
That's a great piece. Something to be very proud of. You're saving history.
It'll probably outlive me on the roof.
Are you going to install
Good job,
it,
Paul.
So, Mr.
Are
Question.
you going to install it?
Oh goodness.
Heck no. Wants to know if you're doing the installation.
No, somebody else is doing that. Apparently, they've got scaffolding up there, so they wanted this job doing as fast as possible because they're paying for the scaffolding to be up there. So they said, "How quick can you do it?" No, it literally, I mean, it took about 10 days for me to get the wood from the sawmill, but I went down to my local sawmill. I know they often mill red cedar. They use it for fence posts and all sorts of things. And I did a job recently with some smaller pieces of red cedar. And I went to the guy there, I said, I want a piece sort of 10, 11 inches square, 2 foot long. And he said, well, we never usually mill less than a 4 foot log. Well, I said, quote me for a 4 foot log. I'll buy the 4 foot, and the other 2 foot, I'll use that for something else. So he said, yeah, okay. He gave me a price, and it was good. So I went with that. Anyway, when the wood was ready, he phoned me up and he said, oh, by the way, we've actually milled a 6 foot log. So there's a 6 foot piece there. We've got to take 2 foot off the end of it. And so I said, well, what are you going to do with the other 2 foot? He said, oh, I'd probably just go on our offcuts pile. So it's effectively waste to us. I said, well, if I buy the extra 2 foot, is that going to cost me like 50% again because I wanted 4 foot, now it's 6? So is it going to put the price up by 50%? And he said, hang on, let me work it out. And in the end, he just put like effectively not much more than a 10% surcharge on for the extra 2 foot. So I said, just give me this. I'll go and do something with it. So I still got about 4.5 foot of this log, or this square sort of post that they sent me, like 11 inches square, or I went to collect, and so I've still got a lot of it to do something else with.
Very nice, Paul.
Maybe some big lamps or something like that. I'll think of something to do with it.
It's pretty what you did. Very, all fit together good. Look nice.
Sorry, I missed that.
And if it doesn't last longer than you, they're going to come back after you.
Yeah, probably. They didn't have a written guarantee anyway, but yeah, I mean, I'd imagine red cedar is pretty durable outside in, and it's pretty rot resistant, but they're gonna actually shroud that in lead. So, and another company's doing lead beating to literally cover that in lead and build that into the roof. So I mean, they collected it yesterday, so it's over to them now to do the next bit. Yeah, next time I go over to the town it's in, I'll have to go and take a photograph of it on the roof.
Very cool. Very cool. Piece of history.
Yeah.
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 Good stuff, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next up is Ruby. What you got, Ruby?
Okay, before I got kicked out by Zoom, I was telling you about the clubs I visited while I was in Australia. And at the end of the club meeting, 3 of the guys brought up their bowls that they had shown for gallery and gifted them to me. And this was one. It's red gum.
Wow.
Pretty.
Really pretty.
Looks like it's got gold in it.
Yeah.
It's
And then
gorgeous.
the one that I really like the wood in, even though the bowl has a number of cracks in it, but it's got all kinds of color to it with some camphor laurel.
Jesus.
That's pretty.
That's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
And the third one that I was gifted was this one,
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
and it's made of jacaranda, which is like a type of it looks very much like maple.
Wow.
And upon receiving them, I mean, I was speechless for a few minutes, and then I gave all 3 guys shit. Not one of them signed the bottom of their bowl. But I mean, I was just, to be honest with you, I was overwhelmed with the generosity from the fellows.
I
You
bet.
know, what can I say? Do you want me to tell you more about how the clubs there are arranged? Since
Sure.
I got cut off by Zoom when I was starting to?
Yeah, yeah. You said that you were saying that the clubs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like over there, the clubs don't meet once a month, one evening a month. The clubs are open 7 days a week. The clubs actually own property, and they have a structure on the property where they have a large room that you can meet in and have somebody do a demo. They'll have another room with maybe 8 to 10 lathes that club members can use. They have other rooms that are set up with scroll saws, fretwork for carving, pyrography, intarsia, marquetry, and they have they regularly offer classes in all of those. And they also have like large sanders, planers, jointers, and they also have a large mill. So if you bring in a log, you can mill it and put it into slabs the size that you want. And it was just the whole structure of the club, amazing. And it wasn't just the one club, it was all 5 that I visited.
Wow.
And they charged the members like $50 a year.
Hey, Ruby, who owns all that equipment?
The club does.
Message.
I think to a large extent, the city council subsidizes it, because they're treating it almost as
Maker space.
okay, a makerspace or like a community center for older people.
Cool.
And while I was in two of the clubs, some of the members were making very high-end guitars. Some were electric, some were acoustic. And the wood and the workmanship was really very high. They also have like permanent libraries within the clubs, which are, you know, the size of an average person's bedroom. You know, and they have a kitchen area so that if they wanted to cook or something, they could. It was just extremely, the whole concept of a club like that, incorporating, you know, the carving as well and pyrography as well as the turning, was quite amazing to see.
I
That
bet.
sounds like it.
How many
Sounds
members
ideal.
would they have?
Yeah.
Was there a
How
question?
many members would they have?
A
How
couple
many
hundred,
paid up?
a few hundred.
Is that a group effort between all the clubs, or does one club own it and the other ones share it, or?
No, each club owns their own facility because each club that I visited were in 5 different towns.
Oh, I thought it was one building.
No,
Oh, okay.
each separate club has their own.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That
and
is.
they also have a store where if you wanted to buy things like pen kits and stuff like that, they stock it. And they also have a place where you can buy lumber if you need it. So it was quite an eye opener to see how they work. I was extremely impressed with the whole thing, and being open 7 days a week. You know, and they had like all kinds of grinding stations set up. So, and they had people teach you how to grind your tools if need be and stuff.
Are there dues
Cool.
and monthly charges or something?
Yeah, $50 a year.
Oh,
That's amazing.
there must have
And it's
cheap
New Zealand,
buildings.
and it's New Zealand dollars.
They must have cheap
Actually,
buildings.
that was in Australia, so it was
Okay.
Australian dollars.
There you go.
That sounds really nice, but I can't imagine what that costs. I mean, I can't
Well,
imagine.
I think that Ruby probably has it right that the townships are subsidizing some of it as a community
Probably.
center and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like Vicmark is there, and I toured the Vicmark factory, thanks to the owner of Vicmark. And they donate a lot of the lathes that are being used in the clubs. And then I think like people like us are getting older and you have to downsize your house. So some of them have maybe donated their bandsaws or the scroll saws or something to the club. And that's how they've built up over the years their stock of what machines they have. And then they run a lot of activities for raising money, like they make toys for kids and stuff like that. And the money they raise, some of it goes back into the club and a lot of it goes to charity.
So there are a lot of people there every day, Ruby? It's very active?
Well, at each of the clubs that I was at, I saw at least 50 people each day.
Wow. Oh, wow.
You know, and
That's a good turnout.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
it was a good turnout, and like the one that had the meeting with the demo that I attended and was gifted the bowls from, the fellow that was doing the demo, he was showing how he built his guitar, and he had a guitar in all its separate parts and talked about it. And then he had the one guitar that was finished, and he had Theo and another chap come up, and they both played the guitar and sang, of course. And the sound coming out of the guitar was extremely good.
Ruby, did
Very
any of
cool.
the members say that they've ever had a problem with not being able to get a lathe when they needed it?
No,
So there was always something available when, did they have to sign up a time or schedule a time for it, or?
they didn't say they did, but I imagine if it was becoming a problem, they would have arranged something like that quite easily. Like the communication amongst the members there was extremely good.
Oh,
What do they do about liability there? They must not have any lawyers there, huh?
Oh no, they've got insurance for everything. So like before, you're allowed to use the grinding equipment and stuff like that. You have to be taught how to do it and kind of pass a test. And the same thing with the lathes and everything else. So they make sure that they're well covered. But I'll tell you, if you ever get the chance, go. It's worth the trip. You'll find New Zealand is mostly, it's kind of like Iceland. It's a lot of mountains and large farm areas coming down the sides of the mountains. I didn't realize they had as many herds of cattle and sheep as they do. I also saw herds of llamas. And then when you get to Australia, I found it was more cities kind of interlocked all along the coast. When you get to central Australia, I mean, that's just wide open wild land. And I found out they have a problem with camels in central Australia, more towards the west, because apparently they were brought in to use for transporting things, and some got loose and developed wild herds. Yeah, and like I said earlier, I did get to pet wallabies and koala bears, wallabies and kangaroos. And and as you're driving through the subdivisions, okay, which is what most of us live in, you know how you have a little forested area? Well, there are signs up really controlling the speed, because you can be driving through and all of a sudden have a koala bear drop out of the tree in front of you, or
goodness.
kangaroos go bouncing across.
I saw the one picture you posted. Yes.
Yeah, it was, I made them stop the car so I could get the photos.
That was a lot. There were a lot.
Oh yeah. And
it was like a flock of birds.
Yeah, it's really, it's worth the trip. And I'll tell you, it's nothing like you envision Australia and New Zealand to be. They are literally tropical jungles. So their forests are nothing like we have in North America or in England.
Did you drive while you were there, Ruby?
Oh yes, it was easier in New Zealand than Australia. They don't drive on the right side of the road, and they have the steering wheel on the wrong side of the car.
Yeah, I always made my daughter drive when I was there, and every time we'd go around a bend on the wrong side of the road, I just I thought we were going to get hit by something.
But you know what was worse was coming back here and having to remember which side to drive on here.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a trip of a lifetime, and I'm glad I did it, because another 5-10 years, who knows, I might end up in a nursing home. And that's something you guys should be considering too. Do what you can while you can.
Exactly.
You got it.
Yep.
That's right. Life's short.
You got it.
Absolutely right. Ruby,
Okay, well,
thank
it's
you so
time
much.
for someone else
Thank you.
now.
No,
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Ruby.
Thank you,
Okay.
Ruby.
All right, I'm going to go next. I turned some bowls this week. I teach a basic intro to wood turning class regularly. Scott, I've got about, I don't know, 8 or 10 people on the list still.
Okay.
So let me do a quick share screen here. So the classes start off with these blocks of wood. They're end grain bowls, And what I wanted to do, this is the blanks they start off with. And what I wanted to show was I wanted to show that I could get 3 bowls out of that blank. So these are the 3 bowls that I made out of that blank. So, and they're just small little bowls, you know, and I tried to be a little varied on the bowls, and it's cherry, end grain cherry, but, you know, a lot of different shapes and different ideas. And one of the things I tell people in a beginning wood turning class is it's a lot less work if you make a shallow bowl than if you make a deep bowl, and you still learn the same techniques. So these are going to be my example bowls for the next class, and then I could show them that I got 3 bowls out of that piece of wood. So
what diameter are they?
They're about 6 inches in diameter, I think. The blocks are a little less. They're 5 inches in diameter.
Okay.
So, but the blanks are start off 6 inches, 6 by 6, but they hew them out of they use a mallet and a froe to make the blanks, the square blanks, out of a cookie that they cut. So, it makes for some interesting pieces with some interesting grain in them. But it's a hands-on woodworking shop where I teach, and so they teach a lot of other things other than just wood turning. So it's pretty cool. I've learned a lot teaching there. So it's so that's all I've got tonight. Next up is Sheila. What you got, Sheila?
I have sorry, I'm choking up. Maple thing that I haven't taken the tenon off yet, but I had to fill a crack with some epoxy. All the bark flew off, so I scorched the edge to kind of make it look like it still had bark on it.
Cool. No, you did nice.
Sheila?
Real nice. Very
You
nice.
did a good job on it, Sheila.
I use that same trick, Sheila.
So do I, Sheila.
Yep.
Pretty.
And this one, it's spalted birch. I left a little bit of bark on it because it was kind of twisted. I didn't want to make it any smaller. I really like the spalting in this, and I did it to ordered some tubes so you can put water in it.
Yes.
Nice.
So,
that's
Very
pretty.
nice.
Yes, that's
Lovely.
usable.
Very pretty.
It's usable. That's very nice.
I love the bark inclusion in the center of that inclusion. That
Mhm.
really looks neat.
Ready.
yeah, it's kind of rough and kind of cool.
That is. It's a
Yeah,
nice
folks
job.
folks love that. It's a good. It helps things sell when you keep the bark in pieces. It's cool.
Mhm. It does.
And then this one is another end of that birch little.
Nice.
I just cut it off before the meeting started, so I haven't finished the bottom up properly yet.
Can you hold it up a little higher? Yeah, there.
Did you hear that pop? I heard it pop.
That's
Yeah,
pretty.
I heard a pop too.
And you got a perfect line up there, Sheila.
Yes.
It was kind of difficult to get the match, but
The match is great.
Yeah.
Ready.
and I love all the spalting on the top of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. Well
As
done.
soon as I cut it, I said, okay, that's got to be a lid.
Yeah.
No,
That's
pretty.
Beautiful.
It is. It's pretty.
Kind of cute.
What kind of finish do you have on it?
It's got lacquer on it. Yeah, this one has tung oil, and the maple bowl has tung oil too.
Now, when you say lacquer, are you wiping it on with your hand, or is it a spray can?
It's a spray.
I want to remind everybody again that I went through a very bad situation with lacquer. Please pay attention when you use it.
Yeah, make
Every
sure
time
you're
I
doing it in a well ventilated area and use proper face. Use masking.
For sure.
Yep, it's dangerous
Garage
stuff.
with the door open and the fan on. With two. Keeps it cool too.
Yes.
Very nice,
but
very
you're-
nice, Sheila.
Yeah, it is a very well. It's beautiful.
Thank you. That's all.
Okay. Next up is Sandy. What you got, Sandy?
Oh, hi, everybody. I've been wandering around the shop looking at my wood and picking out pieces that I had roughed out like 5 years ago. And I thought, oh, I better see what this looks like. So I have two pieces for you. This piece was roughed out in, oh my gosh, 2019. And it was a piece of box elder. And so it's a gift to me after I got it turned was it had a nice big crack starting down here. So I spent yesterday camouflaging my crack. With
That'll work.
with
Oh, I love it.
It worked pretty good.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Looks great,
I love it.
Sandy.
Yeah, now it's
I love
crack
it.
free. It doesn't have the color it had. I don't think in the beginning, but it's still okay. So I saved it. That was good.
Nice.
Now this piece, I would have been crying had I not been able to save it because I actually roughed out 3 of this. This is a big leaf, but it's bird's eye maple. And this piece was incredible.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
beautiful.
pretty.
You
Yeah.
said that's birch?
No, this is actually
Maple.
big leaf maple.
Oh, maple. Okay. Okay.
Bird's
Okay.
eye.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
okay,
beautiful.
Wow.
It's a
That
beautiful
is. Look at
piece.
that.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So who knew? I didn't know. It was all kind of gray and yucky when I picked it out of the bag today. So, or yesterday. So anyway, looking
Great.
pretty good. Finished with poly and about, I don't know, a little less.
Great shape and form, Sandy. Nice work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
It's nice.
It really is.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
That's,
So
yeah.
that's all I got. Nice normal work for a change.
Cool.
Are you happy to be back home in Washington?
You know, yeah, I am. The weather's been a little punk crazy and we get really, really cold. And then yesterday it was 82 degrees and today was a high of 65.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean,
65 is great. That's like perfect weather for
I
turkey.
would still take
You can
65.
send your weather over here. We won't mind at all.
Yeah, so
That's
I'll
right.
take
but it just
65.
kind of goes up, you know, typically in Washington, we always see the sun comes out after the 4th of July. And this year it's been a little hot and cold and we're running the heat and then we're running the air conditioning. So who knows? But I'm doing okay. So I'm still getting up in the morning. Life is good.
There you go.
Good for you.
Send
Right,
us
right, right.
65
Enjoy
anytime
it.
you want,
That-
Sheila.
Those pieces are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So that's my goal this before I leave again is to go through my shelves and actually figure out what I have.
There you go.
Because it's just kind of, I have these monster shelves that kind of really look like monsters because I don't know what's on them anymore. You know, if there's a hole, I'm going to shove it as something in there.
Sound
It's
like
true. It's true. Just like a kitchen drawer.
uh-huh.
Next up is Billy. Thanks, Sandy.
You bet.
I only got 2. You know, I've been on that critter kick. Here's my little javelina.
Love him.
Yeah.
There you go.
Beautiful.
With his little tail.
Cute.
Anyway, it's I kind of like it.
What's
But-
the wood?
The wood was spalted hackberry, but I dyed it black and then sanded it back. Actually, that's not true. I stained it a dark gray, a charcoal gray, and then I sanded it back.
Yeah, it looks
That looks
good.
good, Billy.
Because I like the grain.
You didn't make a real pigtail.
Yep.
And well, no, javelinas don't have a real pigtail. They have a
Oh,
little
yeah.
tail like this.
Oh, okay.
Because a javelina is a peccary. It's not really a pig.
Uh,
But I like this little guy a little bit more.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Cool penguin, man.
The feet and the tail were turned as part of the body. So I left a flare on the bottom, and then I hand carved everything away that
Right,
wasn't
right.
wasn't foot
Goodness.
oh,
that
wow.
wasn't
Nice.
foot or tail.
That's
And
nice.
the flippers and the beak were actually, if you remember my turkey, I showed my turkey, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
The part that I cut off of the turkey tail was the perfect shape. So I just cut pieces from the turkey tail and turned them into flippers and a beak.
That'll work.
That's great.
And I just dyed the body. I wood burned a separation line, and this is General Finishes White Mist Stain. This wood also is spalted hackberry. So I used a couple of coats of General Finishes White Mist Stain and super black Speedball India ink for the black. And
Cool.
again, that charcoal stain for the beak and the feet, because that's what color most penguins' beaks and feet are.
There you go.
Anyway, it gave him little googly
Looks
eyes
good.
because if I'd burnt eyes in with my pyrography tool, you wouldn't have been able to see him. So anyway, I think he's pretty cute. So hopefully, James, I've got a dozen critters turned, and I'm hoping that's enough.
There you go.
I would hope so.
Perfect.
I was going to ask what was next.
Well, next I'm working on a flame box elder lighthouse with a spalted.
That's not a critter
maple
that you don't have to bring
burl.
that to SWAT. Well, at least not to put on the
No,
table.
It's not a critter. It's a flame box elder lighthouse about 7 inches tall, with a small spalted maple burl foundation. It looks kind of like an island.
That'll work.
Very cool.
Sounds great.
Cool. All right. Well,
So
thank
I'm
you,
looking
Billy.
forward to getting that done. Thank you.
So it's top of the hour, so we're going back to you, Scott, for safety in the demo.
Great. We'll go to Safety Sue now for the safety moment, and then we'll head over to Patrick for the demo. So here you go, Sue.
I'm here. Hi, guys. How are you?
I see you.
I had a request for tonight. So we're going to talk about the weather. We all talk about the weather at 6:30 every Wednesday. How is it there? How is it there? Well, right now, with the extreme weather that we're getting, first, I want to say our hearts and prayers go to those families and loved ones in Texas and in the surrounding states where there are exuberant flooding. There's no way that you can prepare for that. But, we have organizations that we can give to help relieve those families and get the community to band together. So enough on that. Let's talk about extreme weather. The other day we had a storm thing here in Florida where we had two storm fronts merge 2 blocks from my house, and we had a tornado.
Oh, wow.
And we very rarely have tornadoes. The last tornado that I remember was 10, 15, 20 years ago. So we were all surprised. It damaged a few houses here, but then went in on the north side of this neighborhood. There is a large over 55 community in manufactured housing. And I know all over the place they're showing where the tornado grabbed the one L-shaped home and just ripped it off the foundation onto its side. People don't realize that there was an older woman in there that they actually rescued and she survived. But let's talk about heat. I worked for the post office, a lot of you know, for 35 years. And I was a clerk, so I didn't have to be outside, thank God. But a lot of the carriers, they would come in and, you'd close your nose because of the aromatic perspiration that comes with heat and how to keep these carriers cool. Well, now it's more than just carriers. It's people in homes. It's people just going outside trying to weed a garden. it's stuffy, it's humid. We've got 90+ degrees. With the heat dome that came across America, we had people in the north that had, some of them had 3 digits. And we're all in 100% or less humidity. So how do we keep cool? A lot of places don't have air. In the South, I think we have more air conditioning than they have in the North. First thing that we did is we got, well, you can do it with towels. Put towels in water, not ice water, just water, 76, 80-degree water, and put it around your neck. That will help keep your body cool. And when you start heating up, put some more water on it. You can buy the tubes that have little beads in them, and you can put them in the freezer or refrigerator and put those around your neck as well. Many places you can buy blocks of ice. Put a fan behind that block of ice and let the block and blow some cold air on you. Make sure you stay hydrated. That's the biggest thing. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Preferably water. You can drink iced tea and some of that stuff, but water is the best. Make sure you also are getting something with electrolytes in it. If you start not perspiring, you're in trouble. You need to keep hydrating. If you feel dizzy and you're outside, get inside immediately. Get yourself cooled off. If you go into heat stroke, it can be devastating, especially if there's no one around to help you. After you've had heat stroke once, it's a lot faster to get into heat stroke after that. Don't ask me how I know. I can't believe how some people are doing yard work like Billy Burt. God, I admire you, Billy, but I couldn't do that anymore. The heat is unbelievable. We had carriers that would go out and, you know, those little white helmets that they had, they look like little hard hat helmets.
Yeah,
They
pith
would,
helmets.
yes, thank you, pith helmets. They would install mini fans in them, so that fan was constantly blowing air across their scalps. You should have hats on, by the way. If you sweat, you want the sweat to be on your head, not to dissipate away from your head, to keep your head cool. Don't let the water boil on top of your head. Also know that if it's not sunny out, but it's cloudy, but it's still 90 some odd degrees, and it feels like 102, you can still burn and get sunstroke in that. So folks, my caution to you is to stay hydrated. I know folks in the north, when I lived up north, and when it was 65, we'd go out in our short sleeves and go do what we had to do outside. Down here, when it hits 65, you have winter gear on. So even if it's 85 out there and you're feeling the heat, please stay hydrated. Now, here we've got the humidity out west. They also have humidity, but they also have the desert air. And that's particularly dangerous because everything wicks off you fast. You might feel cooler, but you could go still into heat stroke. So folks, be careful out there. Some of our shops are not air conditioned like others. And we want everybody to be able to be here next week without having heat stroke or heat related injuries. So be careful this week and the rest of the summer. I'd love to see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Sue.
Thanks, Sue.
Thank you, Sue.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we're going to go to Patrick. If I can find him. He was here just a minute ago. Talk to me, Patrick. Patrick. Where did you go? There you are. You're muted, Patrick. So this
Yeah.
is I gotcha. This is Patrick's demo. This is the way he's gonna show us whatever he's gonna show us. I don't even know what that is. Dane didn't divulge. If you got questions, you can put them in the chat. Billy and I and Matt will watch the chat unless Patrick wants them during the demo. He'll solicit them whenever he needs to. I'm going to mute everybody, and then we'll remember how to do that.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead, Billy. Mute everybody. Patrick, you'll have to unmute yourself.
Okay, you got me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna show my turnings for the week. Got this walnut bowl with a little lid that goes with it. And the grain match is pretty good. Not a perfect match, but it's close. And then I turned another cedar square bowl. It's kind of a jewelry bowl or chain bowl or whatever. And turned the lid for it. And then did little cards. And that's my gallery for the week. And this is what we're going to turn for the demo. It's 8-footed bowl. I'm going to switch my camera up to Scott.
Yeah. Where did I find your other camera? Where did you go?
I got it for y'all.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
He's going to be switching back and forth, Matt. So you could help with that too.
Yeah, Matt beat me to it.
Okay. You got me?
Got you now.
Okay. How's that picture? Is that good?
Looks good.
Looks good.
Okay. I went on and prepped the blank because I knew you didn't want to sit through cutting corners off of a square blank. And what I did is I started with as close to square as I could get for the blank and measured off each one so they'd be the same difference and then cut each corner off at a 45-degree angle. And find the center. And I'm going to start it on a woodworm screw. And I don't need that much screw, so I'm going to put a spacer on to space it out some. First thing I'm going to do is flatten off the bottom and clean that up some. Be using a pool cut. I'm not too worried about getting it perfectly flat, but I want all the corners to be even all the way across. I forgot my face shield. Okay, that's pretty good. Next, I'm gonna try to sneak up on it, the edge over here, and not go too far and cut the feet off. Okay, that's looking good. What I'm trying to do is cut pretty much straight up in here so I can get these little arches on each flat to be pretty close to the same. Like a little room. What I want to do is cut up in here to where I get about 1/4 of an inch thickness. This is the hard part because you really can't ride the bevel because you're cutting air and wood together. A little bit more. You want to keep your hands behind the tool rest because that will eat you alive. That's pretty close. And I'm gonna start my tinning. I'm gonna turn this with a tenon, and when I get through, then I'll turn it around and take the tenon off. Well, no, I'm not. Change my mind. We'll go with a recess. I'm gonna use my Ryan skew to kind of dovetail it. I'm gonna leave like a little medallion in the middle. And do a little decorating. I'd line that with my point tool. Probably can't see that. I can get a little closer. That better?
Yeah, we can make it out, Patrick.
Yep,
Okay.
Patrick.
All right, now I'm gonna shape the bottom of the bowl and make sure it's recessed up underneath the feet. A little bit more. I start and stop a whole lot when I turn because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up. That should be good. Clean that up a little bit more. I think that'll sand up good. And these feet, I'll just sand those by hand. I'm not brave enough to try it with the lathe running.
What was the name of that texturing tool you used, Patrick?
That's the Sorby mini texturing tool. And they make one bigger. I don't have the Sorby, I've got the Crown, which is much bigger. But I don't use that on the smaller stuff. I like to use the mini, which when I bought this one, all I bought was just the tool itself, and I made the handle for it. It was cheaper just to buy this part of it. And it came with 3 different cutting wheels. I'm cheap. If I can get something cheap, that's what I go for. Anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask. I probably can't answer it, but maybe somebody can.
Texturing tool was the only one so far, Pat.
Okay. That sanded up nice. I like working with cedar. It turns easy and it sands super easy. Now we'll turn it around and get the inside. And that also to stop sucking my air conditioning out. Flatten the top off. Take a little bit more off.
Patrick, did you happen to mention what the diameter of that is?
I don't think I did, but it started out at about 8.5 inches.
Thank you.
And from corner to corner is about 9 1/8. and it was about 2 inches thick. Got a low corner. I hope I don't go too thin. Okay, that got it. About an eighth of an inch thick. Now we'll hollow it out. Drill my hole for the wood worm screw a little bit deeper than I really wanted to. Not that I'm worried about going through the bottom. I just wanted to leave enough for a little feature in the middle of it. Go a little bit bigger than that, but not much. Undercut that rim just a little bit. What I'm going to try to do is turn like a little bowl here and then a bowl in the middle. It's real close.
And
We'll hit that with the negative rake scraper. Okay, that's not too bad. And we'll highlight this center. And off the top of that a little bit. Hit that a little bit with the scraper. A little bit of a ridge.
Yeah.
Hey. Let's see how deep I got. Like 3/8 of an inch. I can go a little bit deeper. That ought to sand up pretty good. I only sand up to 320 on these. And that's where it might all go wrong. I'm gonna try to turn some beads. Didn't turn out too bad.
Looks good.
And on these arches up here, they have to be hand sanded. And I'm not going to bore you with all that. It takes a little time, a little patience. But I will hit it with a little bit of shellac, see what it looks like.
Patrick, what will your final finish be on that?
I'll either spray it with lacquer or spray enamel, one or two. But I wind up putting probably 3, maybe 4 coats of this thin dyeing shellac. It's really thin and it soaks in good.
It's shown up pretty.
I love me some cedar.
And it makes the shop smell so good.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were real good in here right now.
So you go down and you get the next one sometimes.
Somebody's got to invent smell-o-vision.
Yeah. I just wish it wasn't quite so brittle.
It's a little brittle and it's really dusty.
Yep.
But you got to take the good with the bad, I guess.
Yes, sir.
And for turning
Patrick, you sure made it look easy, though.
like this, it works pretty well.
That was a great demonstration, Patrick.
And that is it. If I
Oh,
don't
don't
drop
drop it now.
Very nice.
Speaking of being brittle,
You did it on purpose, right?
yes.
Oh,
Nice job.
me.
Well
There's the
done,
bottom.
Patrick.
Beautiful, Patrick.
And I'll finish all the sanding on it and get it all slicked up, get the corners kind of knocked off where they feel good in the hand and get a finish on it. And I'll probably show it next week.
That's beautiful.
Nice, real nice.
Hey, Pat.
Great
Hey,
demo.
Pat. Yeah, Pat. When you showed that piece a few weeks ago, I thought it was hard to do.
No, it's really easy. It's the
I'm
hardest
goofing. My
the
God,
hardest
that was
part
great.
of it is getting your measurements right to get all 8 sides to equal length. If you don't, you wind up with a big arch and a little arch, which
Right,
ain't no
right.
big deal, but it looks
No.
better if all your corners are the equal length.
That was just perfect.
Awesome.
That was a perfect night.
Well done, Patrick.
Thank you. Any questions?
I didn't see any that we didn't ask.
What
That don't mean
finish are
somebody
you
don't have
going to
one.
use?
He said he was going to use either lacquer or enamel.
Yes, either spray lacquer or spray enamel one. I probably put spray enamel. For me, that seems to lay flatter than lacquer does, especially on soft wood. I guess it feels the pores better. The lacquer soaks in a lot deeper.
Is that a rattle can product?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's,
Who makes it?
It's actually a Rust-Oleum. I don't think I've got a can of it in here, but
Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra, I believe, is what it's called.
it's, the one I use, I think, is crystal clear enamel. It comes in a rattle can like this. And I like the nozzles they've got on them. They got 5 different settings for like a fan spray. Let's see. Got high output, standard, low output, vertical fan, and horizontal fan. So you can pretty much get the pattern you want.
Hey, Pat, thanks a lot for sharing tonight, for sure. You made it look pretty
Sure.
simple.
Very
You made
much.
it look pretty simple.
It's not that hard.
Here's what he's talking about, folks.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's not the stuff I've been buying. The stuff I've been buying is Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Clear Gloss.
I think that's a lacquer, Billy. I'm not sure, but I think it's a lacquer.
I was told it was an enamel, so I don't know.
I think you're right, Billy. I think it is an enamel, but it's a lot thicker than
It
the
is a lot thicker.
crystal clear.
It's more like the triple thick Krylon
Yes,
enamel.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Can
I
you
appreciate the
put it in
distinction, you
chat?
guys. Thanks for the discussion. I appreciate the differences. That's great.
Yeah.
Useful.
What was that, Sandy?
If Scott, can you show that can again or put it in the chat, one of the two? I've never tried it, so I'd like to. Okay, crystal clear enamel Rust-Oleum. Okay.
I haven't
Thank
tried
you.
it either. My Home
Yeah.
Depot don't have that can.
No, I bet
Mine-
mine does.
Mine looks a little different. Let me grab a can.
I buy it at either Michael's or I buy it at Hobby Lobby, or you can get it at Ace Hardware too.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got
You
one.
can get
of
it
them
at
either.
Walmart also.
Yeah, I buy
and
mine from
Walmart carries it
Walmart.
too.
It might be with the paint, not with the, not with the
Yeah.
the finishes,
Yeah, it's in the paint aisle.
I'll have to look at Lowe's next time I go in.
Yeah, I buy mine from Walmart.
Yeah, I think that's where my can came from last too. I really like it. I use it a lot.
That's the same thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got the new nozzle. My can's older than that one.
Yeah,
Well,
I like
a
those
quick-
nozzles.
A quick Google search shows it's on Amazon, Ace, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, and Harbor Freight. So,
Oh,
although
wow.
the can
Harbor
looks
Freight.
different on the can looks different in the picture in Harbor Freight. So, like I say, I did something quick.
And it's a lot cheaper than lacquer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is like $6 and something a can.
And you're paying like
at Ace-
12 for lacquer.
At Ace Hardware, where I buy mine, the last can I bought was like $14.
What's the smell like compared to lacquer?
It's not as strong smelling. I mean, it's still got the smell of an aerosol, but it's not as bad as lacquer. You still need to
Danny?
use it in a well ventilated area.
Right.
Patrick, the shellac that you put on there, that was a 50-50 mix.
It's more like
40-60.
I think it was 60-40,
Okay.
like 60% denatured alcohol and 40%.
Okay, that's the
shellac.
same stuff Dane uses in, isn't it?
I
Pretty
think that's
much.
what he uses,
Okay.
but it
Okay.
soaks in real good and makes an excellent base.
Okay.
But I normally put 3 to 4 coats on it to where it starts to get just a little bit of shine. And then whatever you spray over top of it, it just lays right out almost perfect.
Yeah, you don't want to put that crystal clear enamel on too thick either. Light coats are better than one heavy coat.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
That's pretty much true of everything I've found.
Yeah, lacquer's pretty much the same. You can go a little bit heavier with lacquer than you can enamel.
Well, after your first two coats, you can, but the first two coats
Yeah.
better be pretty thin.
Yeah, if you don't have a good sealer.
Yep. And I found the enamel dries a little slower than the lacquer. It's not quite as fast to flash.
Nope.
Well, what I've been spraying within, I'd say 20 minutes, you can put a second coat over top of it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Which when I'm finishing something like that, I'm in no hurry. I might spray a coat on, walk away, leave it a half a day before I come back to it. So it gets plenty of time to dry.
Any other questions for Patrick before he goes? Thanks
No,
again, Patrick. Great demo.
When
If not,
Patrick, before you go on the 60/40, are you using the blonde or just the regular shellac mix?
It's just regular store-bought shellac, the Zinsser seal coat.
Okay, that's the blonde. Okay, that's the one I wanted to know. Gotcha. Thank you.
Good thing he's too far away. I'd like to have that can of Johnson paste wax.
I
he's
just
got
saw
on the
that
show.
too.
The right money, you can get it.
I
don't have that kind of money.
I got a half a can left. I used to have a full unopened one and I can't find it.
Why they don't sell it, guys?
They don't make it anymore.
They don't make it anymore. Yeah.
Oh, I got 3/4 of a can.
That's almost a full can.
Thanks to the people in California, because they put something in it and California restricted it and they quit making it.
Exactly.
Hey, Patrick, is that shellac? Is that de-wax shellac?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Matt, I guess we can go back to gallery when you're ready.
That's all.
Thanks
I'm
again,
going to
Patrick.
call in the
Thank you.
cleaning crew. There's the
Thank you,
cleaning crew.
Patrick.
There you go.
That shop's way too clean, Patrick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat, that was a very enjoyable evening. Very enjoyable.
Thank you, Al.
It was.
That was a good demo.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey, Matt, before we go to the demo, I'd like to say something about safety. One thing
Sure.
I forgot to tell you about hydration is that if you're in the heat and you're thirsty, it's too late. You have to hydrate when you're not thirsty. If you get thirsty, your body's telling you it's probably time to come in or it could be too late. So make sure when you're hydrating when you're not thirsty. And then you'll never get thirsty, but you keep on hydrating, especially with this extreme heat. But that's what I wanted to tell everybody. Be careful out there. Thank you.
That's well. Let me add something to that, Sue. I was watching the Tour de France a few years ago, and Lance Armstrong was racing on the I forgot what it was, but he dehydrated so bad that when he got even all the fluids he was taking, he was foaming at the mouth. He was white all around his mouth. He couldn't hydrate fast enough. They had to inject him to get the fluids in his system.
Yeah.
He waited too long.
Yes, they did.
That's crazy.
Yep. Well, the guys pushed the limits. So, and he pushed it too hard that day.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I just got rid of last Lance Armstrong postal yellow T-shirt.
Yeah.
And-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had to put fluids in him.
Yeah. So I'm glad you.
Well,
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
hydrate, hydrate.
thank you, Sue.
And beer
All
don't
right,
count.
No, beer don't count.
Dean's going to be bumming about that.
I know.
So John said that he had something to show. So what you got, John?
You're muted.
You're muted.
John.
You're muted, John.
How about
There
that?
you go. That's better.
All right. Unmute. I've been turning in, I had a piece of persimmon, and here it is. This is about 5 inches tall and 9 inches in diameter.
Beautiful.
Nice shape, John.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm not real happy with how it looks. It looks duller than it ought to, in my opinion. I've got a coat of top oil on it. And I had the outside turned, and I started to turn the inside, and then I said, what the heck, I'll do something like Howard King does and core the thing. So I cored this out of the center and made this little closed form fold.
Nice.
That's
cool. Pretty.
Very
Very
nice.
nice, John.
Yeah.
That
Cool,
that is inspiring. That is very inspiring. So you took that center out of the bigger piece.
Yes,
Right. Okay. Got it.
I did.
All right. Did you do it by hand or with a coring system?
Well, I did it with a coring system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Which
I've
one?
got a McNaughton coring system. So,
All right.
and this has 3 cracks in it, and I filled them with CA glue, so I don't think they're going anywhere. But they might. Who knows? And on the top, I have yet to fix a finial for it. I'm planning on putting a finial in it. I don't know whether it'll work or not because this is so high and you've got to come down on the sides. So you'll have something that goes in the center, and then you'll have a space, and then the part that comes down on the side. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but that's where I am.
Have you seen those finials that have a little more meat to the bottom of them, that they just sort of sit in there? Maybe try something like that.
It'll be pretty long because it's
yeah.
Because I'm going to have to be able to hold it and then come into the bottom of it and fix it. I'm not sure how I would hold a finial if I
do the bottom. You do the bottom part first.
Where would I put the other part?
You do the bottom part first, then you put it in your pin jaws.
Well, that's true too. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm on. That's it.
Cool.
Nice job,
Very
John.
nice.
Oh, that piece has 3408 on it.
Oh.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, by you talking about coring that out, you've just kicked another thought. That'd be a nice thing to do. Core it out by hand and do that. No,
I'm not sure how you'd core it out by hand.
No, I've seen it done. I've seen it done. But I'll tell you what, that's very inspiring, though. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you, John.
Really, absolutely.
Okay, next up is Doug Miller. What you got, Doug?
Okay, a couple of things. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I've had some updates and things have gone crazy on this computer. Anyway, yesterday I picked up a chunk of wood. I've been curious as to what it was. It was shaped kind of like a burl, but it didn't look like a burl really. Turns out it was a heel over, and it resulted in a pretty nice piece.
Wow.
I had to.
Wow.
My original orientation was exactly opposite of what this is. This is a rotten area here that we closed out. I ended up with lacquer on it, and I ended up with a couple of rings here where I turned it upside down on a cup so I could do the bottom.
Yeah.
Should have done it the other way. I'm going to have to let this sit a day or two so it gets good and cured. Then I can sand that ring out put a couple more coats and it'll be done. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. Had some good help. Ruby helped on that one, and Wayne helped on it as well. The other thing, this Saturday is my son's wedding. He asked for two things. One was pulled pork for his rehearsal dinner. The other was for me to turn him a cake plate like I did for his cousin. So got that taken care of today.
Oh, well done.
Wow,
See the
nice.
bottom.
I love it,
nice.
Doug.
All wanted.
That's
I've
beautiful.
still got to remove that tenon there. The bottom is finished. It's completed with my laser etched signature on the bottom. You really can't. There you can start
Cool.
to see it.
Oh, yeah.
That
It looks-
black on
looks
that dark
pretty.
wood.
Looks pretty, Doug. Looks
This will come
pretty.
out. That's 5 minutes worth of work and a little
Right.
polish in the center.
Right, when you're
And
done.
Doug, question for you.
Yes,
How
sir.
just because I don't know, how are you going to take that out of there? The top, turn it over so you're facing the top of the platter. How are you going to take that center off of that? Yes, I don't know.
Phil Anderson. I use his method. I will put this between centers. This will go against my headstock. I'll put a plate on my chuck with a pad. I'll put that up against it and I'll pinch it with my tailstock. I've still got the
okay.
center mark there, and
Mhm.
I'll just take it down very, very small,
Okay.
and then I'll use my spindle gouge to actually cut through. I'll hold my gouge with my right hand. My left hand will be on the stop button, and
Yeah,
it'll only
right.
be turning about 200, 250 RPMs. And as soon as I see that nub stop turning, I hit the stop button and I keep the pressure going toward the headstock the whole time. So that's
Okay.
how I'll do it. And then I
Okay.
sand it, polish it, and it'll be done.
I didn't know. That's why I asked. So
Yeah, no, it's a good question.
I was wondering the same thing. Good question.
Yep. I'll do the same with this bowl.
Okay.
Once I get the inside taken care of, hopefully I'm going to get it done before we leave to go to the wedding. It'll be almost a week before I get back to it. So when I get back, then this inside will be good and hard. I can put a jam chuck in my chuck, pinch this up against it, and
Okay.
I'll turn that tenon off the bottom of this as well.
Okay. I was just wondering. I don't know. So.
Yeah. Good question.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good explanation.
Yep.
Well done, Doug.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Okay. Next up is Jim Duxbury. What you got, Jim?
Hey. Well, I've got all kind of stuff here.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Sycamore bowl. This is like Sandy, and I went through the rack. This is probably 5 years old or something, 3 years old. Anyway, but this is a sycamore bowl, and then did an ash bowl kind of thing.
Oh, I like that. Nice shape, Jim.
Nice.
Like it.
Anyway, these were all wonderful, and I was really impressed with what.
Those are nicely done, Jim, but they're pretty mundane for you.
You got it. Well, I keep going. I was impressed with Walt Wager's demo, and I thought that was pretty neat with a square neck.
Oh, me too.
I thought,
Yeah.
and I changed it a little bit. In pottery, they come down and they have a convex hump on here, and I thought it'd be better with a concave, so I made mine with concave. So that was kind of fun to do.
Looks
That
good.
looks
the
fun.
concave.
Nice job.
That's
Is
a
that
beauty.
multiple centers, or did you do it by hand?
No, you mean the square? Oh, this thing?
No, the concave bits.
These are double cut on the bandsaw.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have veneer around your center?
That my wife does that. She
Oh.
Rita does that. That's
Is it painted, Jim, or is it veneer?
it's a felt tip pen.
Oh, wow.
Two burn lines and a felt tip pen.
Wow.
I
She
love
really
it.
is
That's
good.
great.
Yeah, that's good.
Anyway,
Yeah. I
That's
thought the
kinda neat.
feature ring really sets it off, though. She did
yeah.
a great
On
job.
these plain things, it needs something else. You know, you
Yeah. Yeah.
right. They use their special pens, but anyway.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
really like that. I'm gonna do more of these. These are fun. you could do this offset, 4 offsets, and make, instead of this being round, it would be oval. Maybe someday. Not right away.
Probably knowing you next week.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
I know how I'm thinking about how I do it. So I'm thinking it can be done. So
Oh, and this could be oval, 4 centers.
Yep. Yeah,
that
you just
wouldn't be that hard.
and you could do it after you'd already done the square center too. Just put a block in there to make it, and then do your centers from there.
You don't have to go that far off center. This would be solid, so you don't have to go that far off center. You only need about the 1/4 inch, or maybe on that, probably a 1/4 inch would be plenty.
Yep. I'm looking forward to seeing you do it, Jim.
Yeah, someday. That's it for me. I'm all set.
More beautiful.
Okay. Thanks very much, Jim. Next up, Jeff Walters said he had something more to show. What you got, Jeff?
My wife has cousins in the Big Island of Hawaii that we go visit every few years, and one of them, Gary, is one of my favorite customers. He and 3 other people throughout the country have bought more stuff off of me, and he gives me koa every time I go, and then pays me to make pens for him.
Oh my word.
I'm working on an order for him right now. This is one of them. It's just a slimline kit from Penn State. It's a very old piece of koa. It's from a board that's been sitting out behind his shed in the sun for about 10 years. But you get past the ugliness on the outside, it's just gorgeous on the inside. So I'm making 10 of these to send to him.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Cool.
I think you should actually hand deliver them.
I would like to, but the trip to Alaska has got to be paid off first. So,
Jeff, I got to tell you.
What's that?
I got to tell you, my wife's brother's on the Big Island too, and he sent me a carving. They do these things in the jungle, and it's a pretty good sized piece of koa, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I tried everything to get that finish, and I couldn't get it. And I said, next time you're out there, I know these guys are out in the jungle with sharp screwdrivers, they don't have anything high tech. And I said, you got to tell me what they finish this thing with. And he found out they use brown kiwi shoe polish.
Oh my goodness.
It works fabulous.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I think I saw one of the native carvers a few years back doing that.
On koa, it's fabulous.
It's a beautiful wood.
And then you just buff it up. Is that the deal?
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. And they buff it by hand with a
Yeah,
rag.
they do it by hand out in the jungle somewhere. They sit out there and carve waterfall seeds, and you'd be amazed.
It's amazing,
gorgeous.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And koa, I got a big bowl downstairs that I'm making out of koa that I got back in 2020, and the stuff is like sandpaper. It dulls your tools real fast. Like about every 2 passes on the bowl, you're sharpening again. And I talked to a contractor out there who finishes houses that he does trim work on koa, and he said he goes through 10 circular saw blades a day.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yep. This contractor that works with it.
Oh.
And he says even carbides, you can only sharpen them so much, but yeah, it's a beautiful wood. It's fun to work with, but it's very abrasive. So
Years and years ago, I turned a pen from curly koa. Oh my God. I like to never, it didn't matter which way I went. I was using a skew that it wanted to tear out so bad.
Yeah. I got a piece downstairs that I make some of my higher end pens from. And I generally will use a carbide tool for that. And I just take very light cuts and let it take forever to do.
This was before carbides came out. And it was, I finally got it, but oh my God, it took forever.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's an interesting wood, but I love it.
It's beautiful,
It's a gorgeous
though.
wood. Yeah, yeah. So
Very cool.
that's what I had. So
Thanks, Jeff.
Nice. Thanks, Jeff.
Next up is Joe. Joe said he has something to show.
Hello, everybody. First thing I want to say is since Dane isn't here tonight, I'm taking over his job and drinking beer. I usually never drink beer. So I'm drinking beer for him tonight. And I'm not using it to hydrate. I'm just enjoying it. They were talking earlier about being frugal or cheap or whatever, saving all their cutoffs or drops and stuff. I do that with everything that I make. And I will turn it back into a pen. Even off the bowl blanks, I'll keep the little squares that I cut off and I laminate them back and make segmented ink pens. This is just a small one. I've made actually ones with 30 different pieces of wood in it before.
Oh my goodness.
And I've sold some of the blanks to JJ. JJ's made some pens out of it. They turned out really nice. And just to show you how frugal and or cheap that I am, I was in my shop one day and I turned around and I've been able to pick something up and my blue jeans ripped out. Whole butt of them ripped out. So I ended up taking my blue jeans and cutting them up and making a blank out of it. And I actually have turned about 4 or 5 ink pens out of my actual blue jeans.
Do they smell?
Did you wash them first?
I refuse to answer that. Either one of them.
Okay, so Joe, let me ask you a question.
Go for it.
How did you make that blank?
Yeah.
For the this one here, the blue jeans.
Yeah.
Basically, I took a flat piece of wood, and I laid the first piece of denim down, and then I took epoxy that I had made. I made up some epoxy, or got some 2-part epoxy, mixed it up, and I brushed it on. Really good thick coat, so it would soak into it. And then I just kept layering it. And once I got it to where it was like right at 3/4 or a little thicker than that, I took another blank and put on, or another piece of wood and put on top of it. And then I clamped around the edges and kind of brought it all down to where it stayed level. And then I put it up overnight. Watch where you put it up, because even though you didn't use a lot, but I did use a lot more than I thought I did. I had a big runoff off the sides of it. And then the next day after, or a couple days later when it's cured up, I just cut it into like little 3/4 inch blanks and I went to town on it.
So basically you just made micarta.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
What I'm planning on doing the next time my jeans rip out, before I lay the first piece of fabric down, I'm going to lay like toothpicks and like a little design. And then I'm going to layer every piece of fabric on top of that. That way it will give like little more of a grain look where it like moves where the different textures of the fabric would be like a wave in it. So I'm going to try that the next time.
Yeah, you'll get ripples. That'll be cool.
Yeah, something else you can do. I don't know how many of you. I don't know how many of you remember the embellishing demo I did where I used fabric and filled a groove in a bowl or on the outside of
I remember that.
fabric.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Using fabric and CA. It'll be in our videos, Joe. You can go back and look at it. Well, years ago, like 23 years ago, I started making denim pens, and I would actually glue using super glue. I would glue a strip of denim to the tube, and then I would wrap it, soak it in CA, wrap it, soak it in CA, and that works really well too. And one of the cool things about it is you get because of the way it's wrapped, instead of being stacked like micarta, you get a different
texture.
You get a different texture and grain look with your piece. I've gone as far as to use blue and black denim together. I've done blue and red denim together. That comes out just wicked.
I would have to rip a lot of jeans out to do that. That or go to Goodwill and buy me some old sets.
Go to Goodwill.
That's what I was going to say. Yep. Go to Goodwill.
Or
I'll get all you want. Yeah.
Or you can go to Walmart or any fabric store and buy remnants for little or nothing.
Billy, I'd like to see you sporting those red denim jeans.
They weren't my jeans.
Yeah, sure.
They were given to me by a female coworker. She wore them out, and she said, "Anybody have any use for red denim?" And I said, "Yeah, me."
I hope you gave her a pen made of them.
Of course, I did.
So Billy, what
I
you
got
did
a-
was just
I
kind
had
of
a pair of-
square them up.
I had a pair of jeans that I tore up and I cut them into strips. I just haven't tried to make a blank out of them yet because all I've ever made blanks out of was Aluminite. And I don't have a pressure pot, and I'm not sure how that would work with the amazing clear cast that I use.
Yeah, I didn't use
Yeah,
any
maybe
pressure
not.
pot or anything. I just basically, like I said, just stacked the denim on top of each other and then pressed it from both sides with clamps and let it set for 2 days. That's all I did. I had no air bubbles in any of this. I've had nothing. The only issue that I've had with it is, well, it's fabric, of course. So once you start taking off and trying to shape your pen, it gets more fabricy. So you got to put a little layer of CA on it and then go back and let it soak in, then cut it again. And then so I kept putting CA on it as I was turning it so that it wasn't all just fuzz flying around the whole air and getting a good cut on it.
Yeah. What was your question, Sandy?
Oh, I was asking, he just answered it for me. It's like, what did you put on? I put on the bottom to keep it from your clamp sticking to it. You know.
Well, it was like basically two boards. So it was a board like this, then the fabric, and then another board. I had like wax paper. I think I put wax paper between it.
Okay.
Between each, and then I just smashed it down.
Yeah, I just pictured my clamp stuck to it.
When I make my card of Sandy, I use clear packing tape.
Oh,
I
okay.
put clear packing tape on the
Mhm.
on each board.
Mhm.
Typically I will cut my squares a particular size and I'll make a mold again lined with clear tape, and I just layer it up and put the top on and clamp it together.
Yeah.
I love that idea of using clear packing tape. That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's a great.
Makes-
it's like a ball that you
and
know
this-
that
this-
we used it for
Making my carta like this also, right? Making my carta like this also makes really good knife scales.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
And we've been
And
talking
just-
on the after show for the last couple of weeks. We've been talking about doing laser burning with the laser peckers and things like that. And I've been trial and error with my laser quite a bit here lately. And I got these birdhouses that I've been making just for the kids, stuff like grandkids. And I've been putting little designs on them. That's an owl. And I just do it just for the fun of it. Just this one here just now finished.
Oh, cute.
That's cute.
Yeah,
Very
And
nice.
I've done little deer heads. It's 4 inches, about 4 by 4 inches is what it can do. I've got deer heads and I've done fish and stuff like that. So I'm having fun playing with that. That's all that I'm doing though.
Oh, good.
Too hot out here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, Joe. Next up is Todd. What you got, Todd?
I have the same thing I had last week. So I was having trouble last week deciding how I was going to finish the bottom because my bowl ended up being about 1/8 of an inch wider than my cold jaws would expand to. And I didn't have a way that I was wanting to really hold it to work with the bottom of it. And yesterday I was talking with Doug and Ruby and Wayne, and Wayne said, well, looks like you got room to undercut that rim a little bit. And if you did that, you could hold it with the cold jaws from the inside instead of the outside. So that's what I did. I went back and I undercut the rim a little bit on it. And so now it's undercut. And then I went in and did the bottom. So
Great job, Todd. You did
That's
really
sweet.
well.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
And then if
Hey.
Scott's on here, this is my ode to Scott Hampton there because I like the way he leaves little ridges or rims in his platters and then textures the top of those. And so that's what I did with that texture there. Is a little rim in there. And
Great job.
Is that the Wagner tool?
No,
Or is
that's the Sorby.
Okay, gotcha. You're spiraling one way and then spiraling the other way?
Yeah, I spiraled it and then I turned it 45 the other way and spiraled it. tried to be right on center with it, so the spirals made nice little diamonds or whatever, and then at about 500 RPM.
Yep.
So
Very cool. Nicely done.
it. Very nice.
Well, there's still a place around the outside of that there where I'll probably put some laser engraving signature and whatnot. And
There you go.
And then I'm still really liking the top of it, which is why I was showing it to Wayne's, because that iridescent paint was he was showing that a few weeks ago on one of his things with everything, and I just love the iridescent paints on the rim.
Looks like dark blue black marble. That's how beautiful that is.
Yeah,
it is beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I'm really happy with it. So if I had it to do over again, I wouldn't have thinned that Joe Sanja paint quite as much as I did, and I would have had a little more brilliant color, because it's a little the violet or whatever doesn't pop in it as much as I would want. But other than that, it's
I think the coloring is fantastic. It looks
I
great.
do too. It's just soft. I like it. It's just soft.
It's really nice.
Todd, what's the wood and what finish did you put on?
Oh, okay. So this is a piece of birch, and on the inside here, I have a couple of coats of the Hampshire Sheen citrus oil, and then after it dried off, after it almost cured off, I put a little. I can still smell the citrus, so it's probably not quite cured. But I put a little Renaissance wax over the top of it. But the outside of it was about 4 coats of lacquer on the outside. And man, I thought that was some just really pretty birch.
So
yeah,
I just really love this bowl. So
you done it justice.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And then, I'm sitting here listening to you guys, and I had made this in a demo at Woodcraft or something a few weeks ago, and this little pen, and I was sitting here, and it like caps it perfect, and so I'm sitting here. I was sitting here thinking I can remount that and just do a little bit of a ridge there, and then that thing would sit right on that goblet as a lid.
You got it.
That's it.
So just playing there on my desk, just while I was watching you guys. So
Made several boxes where the lid was a top, so
yeah,
that can be a lot.
And so I have a project that I'm going to do where a top is going to be the roof of something, so it flipped upside down and be a roof. So I sort of like to put these little features on the top of a top. I don't know why. Sometimes they get too big and they don't spin as well. But I like just that little feature in there. Give it something to something that makes it stand out a little bit. So yeah, that's all from me.
Nice. Thank you for
Very
sharing.
cool.
Oh,
Very
thank
cool.
you guys. And
All right.
I'm picturing some guy in Hawaii with that shoe polish and a buffing brush, like he's at the shoe stand in New York doing those bowls. So
Doing a spit shine.
That was totally in my head too, Todd. I heard
yeah.
Oh,
So
they go at it with a great veracity. It's amazing to watch.
right.
them.
Just really working it,
Yeah, their hands a blur.
Yeah.
Like the old shoe shine boys at the airport. Remember,
Exactly.
while you're at the airport, you got your shoe shine.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Only he's wearing a grass skirt.
Maybe.
You guys aren't old enough to remember the shoe shine boys.
Ruby, I really think I am.
I am.
I am, Ruby.
Ruby,
I used to work in
be a
downtown
shoe shine
Detroit,
boy.
and there was.
Come on, guys. If you know where to look, they're still at the airports.
Oh,
Yeah.
They are. Yes, they are.
Yep.
We came
My-
across
my-
one at a hotel in Vancouver.
Ruby, I remember so far back that I was a pin boy in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Oh, I've been there and done that.
I think a lot of us have.
My junior year in high school, I was shining shoes in a barber shop in West Texas.
Oh, wow.
There you go. There you
And
go.
made some money.
I
See all the
did.
fun we
Yeah.
had that young folks today don't have?
See,
Yeah, for real.
I worked in a drugstore at a
I
soda
mean, and you've got, and you have to learn to pop that rag.
Yep.
If you're not popping that rag, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
Nope. I remember guys getting their shoes shined while getting their hair cut.
Mm.
Yep, yep. All right, guys, let's get to some more gallery here.
Gallery, what's
Moving
that?
right along.
You're
I've got
You're
two
muted,
Scots
Scott.
who said they said I got two Scots who said they said something, and neither of them had last names. So we're going with you first.
Who's that, me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a little while back, I got a cottonwood poplar burl, and I don't just bear with me here. I got to try and figure out how to change my camera.
You got it.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can see the.
Move it
let's
further
see.
away. Move it further away and center it. There
Sorry.
you go.
Yeah.
Brain death is a
you're-
wonderful thing when you get old. So the grain in this thing is absolutely spectacular. Let me get it into some light here.
That's pretty.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Very nice.
That curl is amazing.
Sure is.
It's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
it's got some
Oh,
sharp
yeah.
points in there.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Now that's
yeah.
Wow.
That
That's
curl
amazing.
jumps up and just slaps you.
Yeah,
Holy
you
cow.
Yes.
go ahead and just hold that there for about the next 10 minutes while we all drool over
I've
it.
never seen any
Uh,
wood like it.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. I changed my mind. Scott, that absolutely looks horrible. You need to package that up and send it to me so I can properly dispose of it.
Yeah, you can dispose of it by sending it to me.
I'll give you I'm seeing some Arizona
Holy
mountains
cow.
in there. That needs to come out this way.
I only got 300 pounds of the burl, Billy. So to ship it from Canada down there might cost you a few bucks.
Hey, look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
That's just
That's,
beautiful.
Wow.
that's okay. I'd pay it.
Wow. Wow.
It's I cut a small piece off when we were chopping it up, and I just turned a small bowl, and I can't believe how nice it is. I can't wait to turn the rest of it.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
I
don't
gotta
blame you.
tell you guys, if you've ever been in an outhouse, that's exactly what this wood smells like when you're turning it.
Yes, I have been. We had one on the ranch in South Dakota. And as pretty as that is, I wouldn't care.
No,
Exactly.
Would I?
I didn't either. And I mean, I put some pictures on Facebook, but pictures don't do it justice. So
No.
it is
In fact,
beautiful, beautiful wood.
I'd put my respirator on and just get it.
There
I hope
you
you
go.
have I hope you have a coring system.
I have a friend who's got one, and middle of next month, I'm going to go over and core a few bowls out of it because
Perfect.
I don't want to waste it. So
Exactly.
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on
Sounds
where
great.
you are in Canada, it's got to be cheaper for you to send it to me in New York than Billy in Texas.
Well, actually, it'll be cheaper for him to send it to me in Ontario.
Oh, quit fighting over the wood, guys.
We got a lot of volunteers. One of the fellows
Yeah.
in
Well,
our
thank you.
club.
Thank you.
bought
Thank you
a,
very much. Thank you very much, Scott.
One of the
That was
fellows in
beautiful.
our club wanted to buy a little adapter from Craft Supplies, and it was $40 or something. It's going to cost him $95 US to ship it here.
Wow.
That's
What
absurd.
type of wood was that, Scott?
Cottonwood poplar.
Oh, cotton poplar. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we're up next is Roger. He says he's got a heart for us.
Okay. My wife saw the heart bowl that I did last week, or finished last week. She said she wants one made for her friend. So I'm gonna do a walnut bowl, and these are hickory hearts.
Nice.
Wow.
So
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice, Roger.
I'm practicing my hearts.
Good job.
You're hard on Roger.
Yeah.
We heart you too, Roger.
Very, very cool, Roger.
Roger, were
Next
you
step-
thinking about the segment? Never mind. That's okay.
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah, Sandy, he did a demo like in the last month on all of that stuff on how he makes those.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Actually,
on
it's in the
heart sheet.
newsletter.
No, it wasn't about that, but that's okay. We're going to go on. That's good.
No, go ahead and ask your question.
He talked about a calculator that I think it was Roger that would do the segments. You could put your numbers in it. It would tell you the segments. I have Woodturning Pro, which is there. But when I went to download it, you can only download it on an Android. If you have an iPhone, it does everything differently.
I don't use any programs. I just do everything off my head.
Okay, never mind. Move on and tell us about that thing. I thought it was Roger. Must have been someone else. Thank you.
All right. Joaquin's up next.
This turned out to be this is Texas Ebony. It turned out to be a weed pot. Potential, it was supposed to have been a lighthouse and nothing but black showing the tower. But when I was doing these windows, I was going to top the top off and it all broke off. And so this ended up being a weed base. But I intend to get a piece of Texas Ebony and make the lighthouse. So these are some lighthouses I've done.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's nice.
I think this is elm. Mhm.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Thank you. And there's another one.
Oh,
nice.
This is mystery wood. I don't know what this
Yep.
is.
You have 6 holes in the top of that?
Yes.
Okay.
5/8 inch. The inside hole is just a little bit more than 1 3/8. I drill the 1 3/8 and then have to turn it a little bit wider for these little lights to go in, their diameter.
that's beautiful wood.
Thank you. This is another elm. And nobody likes this one because of the base. And so I think I'm going to find a piece of a burl of some kind and cut it off and just plant it in that burl to look like rocks.
Mm-hmm.
That's
very cool.
Nice, very nice.
Thank you. So I intend maybe next week to show one out of Texas.
Cool. Well, we'll look forward to it, Joaquin.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
And Glenn says he's got something. What you got, Glenn?
How's it going? Last month, our club, our challenge was turn a duplicate of something else, and so I had turned a couple of chess pieces, and these are the kings, and they're about 4 inches tall, about 2-inch diameter at the bottom, and they're pretty close the same, except right in here. On this one's out of wingy, and this one's out of silver maple. And the wingy, when I was using my beading tool, it just kept chipping out, and so I had to make it a little smaller than the other one. But eventually,
They still look really good.
Thank you. But eventually, I'll have I want to do a chess set. The light colored chess pieces will be all out of silver maple, and then the dark pieces will be different species of dark wood. Like all the pawns would be out of walnut, and then I'll have some other. I'm not sure yet what all the queen and all the other ones will be. But that was our challenge last month, and. Then earlier in the year, into last year, I had on one of Cindy Drozda's shows. So I had a piece of burl, and it's a maple burl, and so I ended up making like a little a lidded box, and I don't know if you can tell.
That's pretty.
See
Yep.
the inside.
We can see the ridge. Yep.
Uh-huh.
You see the ridge, and so I wanted
Yep.
it at the slope. Leave it on there, and all the inside basically all was sanded by hand because with the interruption, there's no way you're going to sand. But it all the grain really popped. I had put all I put on there was Mahoney's walnut oil, and so like I said, I made it into a lidded box, and the finial part I made out of the same cut off from the burl, and then the lid I made out of walnut.
That's cool.
And I use the little drill wizard to drill all the holes all the way around. And
very cool.
But
Nice.
basically, put the holes in the lid and the opening in the front. So I'll probably end up using it as like a potpourri bowl. So,
Yeah.
But that's all I have.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
Ruby says she's got one other thing to show us.
Yeah, I did receive a couple other little gifts while I was traveling down under. The O'Hara Lampu made me these two tops.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
And they spin very well.
Cool.
I love it. Those are great.
Wow.
So I just thought I'd show those.
Those are
Great.
Nice.
I'm surprised they spin being off center like that.
Right.
Well, I think what it is that they're undercut in here, okay?
Yeah.
And because this is left fairly large and heavy, and these two areas, they balance themselves out, and this one's fairly centered.
Right.
They spin extremely well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very cool.
So
Give it a spin. Let us see.
I haven't got anything I can hold up this high.
She says with the shelves of bowls and stuff behind her.
Well, there you go.
Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. That's kind of
Excellent.
cool.
Cool. Thanks, Ruby.
All right.
Very, very, very cool.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was pleased with my gifts, believe me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what a great bonus to a great trip.
Yep.
Okay, Scott, going back to you. That's the end of the list of gallery for the night.
We had a new member. He messaged me a little bit ago, but I don't see. He's got his camera on, but I don't see him in the camera, so I don't know if he's sitting in the background listening or not. His screen name is JRG. He's new. He's from, assuming he's from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Just wanted to welcome him to the meeting. It's his first time, so I just wanted to let him know that. I don't see him. His screen is, I'll spotlight him, but I can't. Doesn't seem to be showing up. So
Yeah, he's not there.
not there. Hopefully he's listening. So this is the top of the hour. We can go into the after hours now. If you want to stay, you can stay. If you got your cameras turned off, please turn them on. Take part in the after hours, and